Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Microbiology Easy Notes. Today we will discuss about what is microbial ecology, how microbes interact with each other, how they interact with other living beings. So let's begin. So first of all, what is ecology? Ecology is the study of the relationships between living organisms, including microbes, and their physical environment. It helps us to understand the vital connections among organisms and the world around them. And microbial ecology is one of its components, wherein we study how different microbes interact with each other and other higher living beings. Microorganisms are most important part of an ecosystem. They are huge contributors in different biogeochemical cycles. Now what is biogeochemical cycle? When an element like nitrogen or compound such as water moves between its various living and non-living forms and locations in the biosphere is called a biogeochemical cycle. Microorganisms play a very important role in different biogeochemical cycles like nitrogen fixation, sulfur metabolism, phosphorus cycle, carbon cycle, and they play a very important role in decomposition of waste and dead materials. So we can say microbes are actually a backbone of ecosystem. Microbes are omnipresent and they live with other living beings present in surrounding by having different biological interactions. These biological interactions influence ecosystem differently. These interaction can be short-term interaction or long-term interaction. Long-term interaction also known as symbiosis. Short-term interaction. Short-term interaction is for shorter period of time where organisms do not associate for longer period of time. For example, in predation and dysbiosis. Predation. Predation also exists in microbial world. Some species like Myxococcus xanthus bacteria hunt in a group and look for other microbial cells. They consume nutrients from prey cells. This interaction is for short term. Dysbiosis. Human body is full of microorganisms. Most of these microbes are helpful to maintain good health of living beings, but under certain circumstances like antibiotic treatment, alcohol consumptions, and improper diet, microbiota of body go out of balance. The condition is called dysbiosis. Dysbiosis mostly occur on skin, gastrointestinal tract, and vaginal region. It is temporary condition which body can recover itself or with the help of mild treatment. So let's discuss what is symbiosis. Symbiosis word is originated from Greek word symbiosis, where sym means together and biosis means living. So symbiosis is living together. Microbial symbiosis is a coexistence of two or more species. It is a condition where two different species interact with each other. This interaction can be beneficial for both, beneficial for one, or harmful for one of the species. Based on that, symbiosis can be classified in different categories. And these categories are mutualism, commensalism, Ammensalism, parasitism, competition, and neutralism. Commensalism can be further divided as phoresis, inquilinism, and metabiosis. There is another form of parasitism which is known as kleptoparasitism. So first see what is mutualism. It is a type of symbiosis where both the parties in the association can be benefited from each other equally. It is close interaction between two species. Species are so dependent on each other that one cannot live without other. Symbiotic relationship or mutualistic relationship can be well described between plant roots and fungi. In this association, fungus get phosphorus and nitrogen from the plant, and in return, carbohydrate, sugar, and shelter provided by the plants to the fungi. This association together called as mycorrhiza. And now, commensalism. Commensalism is an interaction where two species living together and one species is benefited while other one neither harmed nor be benefited. This is unidirectional interaction. If under any circumstances organism separated from host, it is able to survive. For example, Staphylococcus aureus bacteria are present on human skin. Bacteria get shelter on human skin, but in return, human does not get any benefits from Staphylococcus aureus. Commensalism can be further divided into three categories. First is Pharisee. It is non-permanent commensal relationship when one species uses other species as a means of transportation to reach its destination. It is called Pharisee. Pharisee prominently present in arthropods. Next is Inquilinism. It is a type of commensalism in which a species lives in or on another. They use food and shelter of other species. Like parasites live and feed on fungi. Next is metabiosis. It is a direct dependency where one organism unknowingly creates suitable environment for other, like microbes present on decaying dead bodies. Ammensalism. Ammensalism, also known as antagonism or antibiosis. It is the interaction between two different species where one's metabolic product kills the other species and first one remains unaffected. It is a negative mode of interaction. For example, lactic acid producing bacteria in the vaginal tract is inhibitory to many pathogenic organisms such as Candida albicans. Parasitism. It is a negative relationship between species in which one species derives its nutrition from the other species. The interaction becomes harmful for the host. The species which is benefited is called parasite. When parasite lives inside the host, it is called endoparasite. When it lives outside the host cell, called ectoparasite. For example, many viruses are endoparasite, live inside the organism like bacteria, algae, and fungi and harm them. Delovibrio is an ectoparasite to many gram-negative bacteria. Kleptoparasitism. There is another mode of parasitism called kleptoparasitism, where an organism takes food collected, caught, prepared, or stored by another organism. It literally means by theft. It exists in some fungal species. Competition. It is also a negative relationship wherein two species fight with each other for survival. They fight for resources like food, shelter, or space so that one can achieve maximum number of populations. In this interaction, both the species negatively affected. Whoever is strong win the competition and survived. For example, Paramecium aurelia and Paramecium caudatum, both the species feed on group of bacteria. When Paramecium caudatum and Paramecium aurelia are together, growth rate of Paramecium aurelia is better than Paramecium caudatum due to competition. Neutralism. It is a type of relationship where two microbes do not affect each other in any way, whether it's a harmful or beneficial. Practically, this type of interaction is impossible as organisms living together can connect in some manner. For example, coexistence of metabolically active bacteria and endospores of other microbial species. Eubiosis, a healthy and balanced state marked by high diversity and abundance of microbial population in the gastrointestinal tract of the body, is called eubiosis.